So I've been seeing all these things on in the internet, and I see like memes. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry. And I see things about insecurities and about girls, and I see probably like tweets. The thing I'm having in my mind is that I forgot where it's coming from. So then I I tell myself that how I feel about this is like I saw this thing that being the most unattractive friend and how nobody wants them and how like how they don't take picture of themselves because they can't stand the face or and how like I guess yeah I think those two are the most prominent things I got from that. And for me, I'm just like I'm here like I guess some things are really relatable, but for me I have my own way of saying things. It's just that like if you think you're the most unattractive friend, I wouldn't say like to dismiss your feelings, but for me it's like how I handle my feelings is that feelings are complicated, but like when you are affected by something, I just don't think you should like let it affect yourself until it really like breaks you down. Because for example, for me, I always hear like these insults from voices that I'm ugly or I'm worthless, or they always compare me to someone better, and it gets prominent like this year. Like it, I'm having like the worst hallucinations and voices for like this year from compared to that time, and it gets more apparent, and I'm just really very upset about it. I can't do anything, but I guess I have this like just some kind of ignorance of like, okay, well, yeah, but I think everybody has the days where they generally feel like that, and I hear these voices and I'm just here like they're so full of hate, and I look at myself in the mirror. I don't even like have any hate in me. It's like when they insult me, I I don't like care, and I was tempted to like look at myself in the mirror and be like, damn, I really did that tweet, and maybe like I should really care about what they say and be like, you know what, I'm ugly, I'm worthless, and there's someone better than me. And I just wanna go to the mirror and say that to myself. I even was very talkative to myself. I'd be like, okay, you know what, I feel something so bad. I'd be like, just like my voices, I would talk to myself in my head like, okay, well, if you wanna feel this way, go ahead and tell myself that. And I'm just like, I go silent because I'm not someone who is very introspective on how I'm supposed to handle my feelings. I'm not good at that, obviously. And I'm just here like, obviously I didn't do it, but it's like I can be so talkative to myself, I can be so angry at myself, but it just gets dismissed. And I find it so funny because I remember saying this in my last videos when I was really young, and I was telling myself that I feel inadequate and everything like that. And I still kind of remember if I ever heard voices, or maybe I was just a bit like down about myself. I probably sure I did hear a bit, but now it's very intense. I can just laugh about it because like, hey, you know what, this year it just got pretty much worse, and I didn't really feel that much about how I was supposed to feel, but like I was just saying it because like I do get the feeling of being like insecure about looks or about any other thing. And I'm just thinking that when I saw that, I'm just like, you know what, a part of you who's reading it be like, hey, I do kind of relate to that. But the thing is, like, the main point is just that like you don't really have to kind of like let it affect you too much. Like, feelings are feelings. And then because I hear all this like insults, I just generally think that it's not something that is supposed to make you bad, that you just wanna like break down. Like, honestly, I just think that this is something not to be joked about. Like, it doesn't have to really like bring yourself down, because I understand how it can be so sad. And I think I feel so much because these voices made me want to feel that in myself. And I could look in the mirror and be like, you know what, I would maybe and obviously that maybe I'm not attractive and I don't have to compare myself to anybody else, but like I would just like brush it off and be like, I'm just myself, and I wouldn't have to change myself because I'm myself. And the thing about this is like, it's all coming back to like the classic self-love and like how to love yourself. And to be completely honest, I don't know how to do that, because all I ever hear is just like having insults about myself. And I just think it's not okay to, you know, tear yourself down like how I always hear these voices. And it's so hard to not do that. And I think people have different ways of dealing with their emotions and feelings, but for me, I'm just here like, it doesn't really have to matter, because like I'm just myself. And whoever and whatever that's telling you that you're less than who you are, I think that's just messed up. I think it's okay to feel, but like, it's really not okay to keep tearing yourself down and believe that you are the idea of it. Like, I think the thing about ourselves is that we have to accept ourselves and be really just be very like accepting of our flaws and insecurities, because that is the only thing you have. You only have yourself. You don't have any other. Like, if you wanna think that there's somebody better than you and prettier than you, and it's just not worth it, because we all have demons in our heads, or for me, I have demons that's influencing me to kind of like act and think in a way that isn't myself, that I wouldn't want to really feel. So if I didn't have these voices, I would probably be like, okay. And but for me, I just think that I wouldn't change myself, and I wouldn't want to think that I'm less than myself, because that is really painful when you hit rock bottom, and about how you see yourself, how you, and like versus the demons you have. Like, it's really difficult, it's really scary. So like, what I'm saying is just that like don't let it like get to you, because if it was like a bully telling you that, driving your demons or whatever that's haunting you, I think it's something that shouldn't be messed with. And I think humans are really fragile, and I think nobody should feel like they have to surrender to their demons, because if that happened before, I'm just like really, I just want to give you like a big hug, because that's very scary. And when you are alone in that moment and you feel so alone, it's just very something that is very hard to get yourself out of. And yeah, so I guess like, if you feel insecure about yourself, it's fine. But I think for me, I think you are just someone who is like beautiful, not because of your appearance, but because of like who you really are. And it doesn't matter how, if you think that you are unattractive or not, but like, that's not the only thing that matters. And I think nobody is ugly at all. Like, everybody has insecurities, everybody sees themselves in a way that, like, I don't like this, I don't like that, but like, you can't just accept it. And I mean, if people want to like do whatever they want with the body and like change to how they want to be, like, that's fine, because like that's your body, that's your choice. But like, for me, I'm just saying, like don't tear yourself down so much until like it really like destroys you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And for me, I personally find that if I didn't like how I see myself in the mirror, like, yeah, that was just like just now, and I'm like here, like, um I kind of thought of myself that, hey, maybe I'm ugly, but I didn't care. And then like, yeah, but I accept myself still. Like, the tip I give to myself is that if they want to tell me like they say I'm ugly or anything like that, I wouldn't look myself in the mirror. Like, come on, like, I don't want, because they like to fixate all about me, and I'm just here like, I don't like that. I wanna go on my day and not think too much or feel too much about anything, because usually I'm bored, and then they would suddenly come and be like, or how I see myself is not how I want them to really see. Like, I think I can accept myself, but I feel like personally I'm quite insecure. I'm not really confident, so like, yeah, so it really like brings to the point that I'm creeped out, whatever they say, and about myself. So I would look myself in the mirror, because like that intensifies it. If you think you're ugly and you look at yourself in the mirror and fix it more about how you don't like this, I would just like not look at the mirror. Actually, I wouldn't even like want to look at myself in the mirror for a day, and I wouldn't mind, because like I usually have this like drape to like cover my mirror when I sleep, because like I don't know, I just like, I wasn't paranoid or anything, but I felt like I had this like silly idea. I don't know if it's true, because I have a bed and I'm sleeping like in front of a mirror, and it's like directly in front of me, and I thought that it's just like bad luck or like some superstition kind of thing. So I close the mirror with the drape when I sleep, and so I had like a day or two or more where I didn't open my mirror when I wake up, and just like brush my hair and like use a toner and everything like that, and without looking in the mirror. At first I had my bathroom mirror, but I just kind of lazy to like open this main one I have in my room. And I just think that it's pretty fine. And this, I read before, the celebrity that does this, but then like she completely doesn't want to look at herself. So that's a pretty like, the official like, I don't need mirrors don't need me kind of thing. So I but I do still open it, but like it's a nice feeling to not really look at oneself in the mirror, because yeah, it's just to put a stop to whatever negativity that you really feel about yourself. Yeah, I don't know how much this helps you guys, but I'm just telling to not like put yourself down even more, and like not destroy yourself, because I think everybody is beautiful in their own way. So I don't think anybody is like, nobody belongs to a label. You can just be who you are. And yeah.